I'm about as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Joe. House Digital.
Maserati Rick in Detroit. Convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude. Strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game. Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes. Craig Pettis in the M-Town. Sal Magluta with the boat game. Falcone with the cocaine. Like Freeway Ricky with the plug game. Like Monster Cody in South Central. Larry Davis from close range.
This is how it went. Jay was supposed to, I'll never forget it. Jay-Z hit me and like, yo, I'm coming to Atlantic Records, right? I'm gonna be the president of Atlantic Records. Because L.A. Reid was like my man. I introduced L.A. Reid and Jay-Z together. That's how they got tight. So, Jay like, I'm coming to Atlantic. I need you and Lupe over at Atlantic with me. I'm like, cool. So Craig came to see me. I'm thinking Jay coming to Atlantic, so I'll do the deal. But we never took Atlantic's money. I just used that check to buy out of jail, so follow me, right? When I get out, Jay hit me. I'll never forget it. 2 in the morning, like, yo, LA hit me. Like, yo, I give you this, I give you your masters, I give you this, I give you this. It was a courtesy call, really on some brother shit, but he really was telling me he's not coming to Atlantic. And I'm like, nigga, you would be stupid not to fuck with LA. Like, nigga, this nigga giving you your masters back, this nigga making you president. You know, the whole shit with him and Dame was crumbling. And I'm like, yo, nigga, you finna be that nigga. I'm not salty. This was Benny Blunt was on with Atlantic. And this is me telling the story. You put it out there and they can't refute it. Craig Campbell, right? And I had made Craig cool to this day. When I did the deal with Atlantic, I used that money to bond out of jail, right? Because they froze my accounts and shit. Well, this stupid ass case I'm on, right? We finished Food Liquor, right? We played Food Liquor for Craig. Craig did not like my record on Food Liquor. I'm like, yo, this dude crazy. So I'm out on bond. Me, Lou, Rita Lee, sitting in my front room. I needed about $80,000 to kick Push record, right? I said, fuck it. All my money still tied up in the courts, right? I'm supposed to be some fucking king paying all the little goofy shit. So I'm like, fuck it. So me and Lou, I went and refinanced the crib. Me and Lou was staying there, right? I poured like 100 G's down. We went to the radio.
Second thing I want to say is thank you very much for putting on a very peaceful contest. Third thing I want to say is Lasers is dropping March 8th. Fourth thing is, as a citizen of the United States of America, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for exercising your freedom of speech and your right to protest. On behalf of the Atlantic Records, the people that I work for,
no, we don't mess with them. We don't mess with them on this side. That's up.
There's a ton of people up there looking out the window because they can't believe that a bunch of crazy fiascos
take a picture?
actually organize, finance, promote, and actually execute probably the first and only protest for a hip-hop rapper. An example of fighting for what you believe in. I fight for you guys in my music. I could be 100 times more successful than I am right now, but I choose to take the positive route. I choose to not spread negativity in the media. I choose to have substance in the place of popularity. And I I choose to serve you guys. So, thank you for the petition. First of all, 30,000 signatures. If you guys don't know, all you need is about 12,000 to run for mayor of the city of Chicago. So we got 30,000.
Go for New York!
The whole world is watching you guys right now. And TV is watching you right now. Rolling Stone is actually, I think, right here.
We saw that nigga.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Love always shines every time.
Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb ties. We on our way to Illinois with it. The Shy. Now all my dogs from the Shy, y'all get below me and tap in the comment box. You know we need y'all representing. Y'all know how we rocking. Now today we are going to be covering none other than Charles Patton. Now, a lot of y'all might not know him as Charles Patton, but for those that know him, they do know him as Chili. And just to describe him, going to be a big dog in the streets, big dog in the record industry, definitely a big dog in Chicago, if not one of the biggest. And some people might know him due to his relationship with a rapper out of Chicago by the name of Lupe Fiasco. If you guys remember when Lupe Fiasco first came onto the scene, he was signed to a record label by the name of First and 15th. And I want to say that was like in 2006. So in 2006, that's going to be a key year as far as this story is concerned, because it's also going to cross paths with the illegal side, with the music side. So for those not in the know, Charles Chili Patton is like I say, he's going to be a big dog in the music industry. He had something to do with Crucial Conflict, which is one of Chicago's early groups. They had a single called Hey. He had something to do with them, with their success as far as that was concerned. And he also had a lot to do with Lupe Fiasco's career and success, especially in the beginning. A lot of people might remember, like when Lupe Fiasco's album first was kind of coming. I want to say it was the Food and Liquor album. It was a whole lot of uproar about it because they were saying, oh, Jay-Z is probably going to, or, well, I want to say Jay-Z executive produced the album, maybe, or had something, but that had a lot to do with it. And if you remember Chili, and if you can think back to that time, this was a time when Jay-Z was beefing with Dame, was looking to leave Def Jam. He was going to take a presidency at Atlantic Records. And that's right around the time when Lupe Fiasco came on the scene. But pretty much besides that, he had a little bit of buzz behind him, almost like in a Kanye West kind of realm, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But behind him in that music was Charles Chili Patton. And the government is going to say, based on his indictment, they're going to say he was involved in a criminal drug conspiracy from December the 26th of 2002 through May 8th of 2003. So pretty much almost a year, like a year span. And he was charged and indicted. His wife was also
indicted with him, along with a guy by the name of Torek and Marcus Hall, who were brothers, another guy by the name of Sean Jones, another guy by the name of Jerry Warren, another guy by the name of Edmund Forrest, another guy by the name of Darrell Hale, Terrence Saunders, a guy by the name of Jermaine Johnson, and another guy by the name of Dion Luster. And pretty much they was charged in the 12-count indictment with being involved in the drug conspiracy. And they're going to say that with the, Chili was the head of this indictment. And they're going to say with the assistance of his wife, he organized and managed a heroin distribution operation which employed the people that we mentioned to distribute heroin so pretty much how it worked, they're going to say Jones, Torek, and Marcus was to distribute drugs to Warren, Forrest, Hale, Johnson, and Luster. So the first names I mentioned was the upper echelon of the conspiracy based on what the government deemed as evidence in this indictment, and they were going to be trafficking those drugs to the lower level people, and they were getting prepared for street sales. And they're going to say that the conspiracy also pretty much charged him with conspiracy to possess 900 or more grams of heroin with the intent to deliver. It alleged that him and Jones committed the delivery of a controlled substance of 100 grams, and that was going to be on March 25th of 2003. So the indictment came after a 3-month investigation, which the government labeled Operation Big Man, and that was based on Charles Chili Patton's stature as far as in the music industry in Chicago as itself. And it included extensive surveillance, wiretaps, and video and phone recordings. So I'm trying to see like where I can narrow in, because the state called one of the Torek brothers and they agreed to testify against Chili. And that's pretty much, honestly, to put it all out there, that's where the downfall came. And I want to say they had under 200 wiretap conversations. So it's not like they were watching them. Like they said, it was just a 3-month investigation. And Torek Hall testified that he began working for Chili as part of the drug operation way back in 1996, even though the investigation kind of started in 2000. So, and they're going to say at the start, his duty was to take packets of heroin and pretty much weigh them and to deliver the heroin. And then later, he's going to say he became the man at the table, and he was entrusted with mixing, packaging, and delivering the heroin to co-defendants and collecting payments for Chili. Now, they gonna say that he packaged the heroin at his house, at his brother's Marcus' house, and at the house of his sister, a female by the name of Cheryl Lee. And after he was arrested on May 8th of 2003, he mentioned that that's where the downfall started at that point in time. So they're gonna hone in on some specific sales that happened along that year period that we mentioned. And one was on, like we talked about, on March 25th, was at a pet spa, and that's going to be in the Hyde Park section of Chicago. And that business was owned by Chili and by Jones. So they set up surveillance near the pet spa, and they observed Jones deliver a brown bag to one of the runners, Warren, that we mentioned earlier. And they're going to say, based on their observations, other officers followed them. They stopped Warren's vehicle. Warren allowed them to search the vehicle for weapons. And pretty much during their investigation, they found 195 grams of heroin. And it pretty much was like a snowball from there, honestly. So fast forward after this, he was convicted, and I want to say he was sentenced to right around 44 years or something like that. And a little bit after that, I noticed that his wife would end up taking Lupe Fiasco to court because they're going to say Lupe Fiasco hid upwards of $9 million as far as proceeds that they should have been cut in on, being that he's the one that kind of helped broker Lupe Fiasco's career. But I'm not sure what was the outcome of that legal situation there. Usually that's something like that kind of takes a few years to handle out in the court. But on behalf of Mobb Ties, on behalf of the streets, we want to say free Charles Chili Patton. And y'all get in the comment box. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Was he one of the biggest in Chicago? If not, who was the biggest in Chicago? It's your boy Popalot. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. We're going to be back with some more real Trill Spill shit. Y'all hit the bell under this video to make sure y'all know when this real shit is dropping. Y'all know what it is. The Mobb. Mobb Ties.